Assalamu alaikum everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you about my gold stock pick for 2025. Now I've done oil and gas, I've done helium, now we're on to gold. And note that all of the stocks that I mentioned I am invested in different levels. And this one today is probably the most high risk of the three that I've mentioned so far. And it has the most risk involved. So yeah, big disclaimer, if you were to invest in any of these shares on AIM, do note that dilution can happen, placings happen, and you may lose all your money. So yeah, please do be careful before investing. But if you're interested in investing in any of these stocks, and today's one, Nativo Resources, then you can use my Freetrade link below, and you can get a free share once you sign up with it. So yeah, do go ahead with that. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about Nativo Resources and why I think this stock right here on the AIM market could be the top gold stock in 2025. Current price is 0.0020. Nativo Resources was formerly known as Eco Energy, so they used to be in the oil and gas industry. They pivoted in about summer 2024 to gold market, gold production, and selling gold. As we all know, gold prices are like all-time highs, so yeah, it's a good market to be in. So yeah, I can just show you guys the 1 year chart. It's not looking great. You would be down 80% if you did invest on the 5th of Jan. 5 year mark, yeah, you'd be down 99%. So yeah, I'm hoping no one invested back in here and still holding, because yeah, your investment will be literally worth like a couple of pennies. So yeah, Max all time first came along on the market in 2005, we can see, and then completely crashed in 2012, and then it's just been bad ever since. So on the 1 year chart, 6 month, year to date is not much information, but what we're interested in is the 1 year. I mean, back here, mid 2024, all the news started happening and the changes. So yeah, we can look into that. For example, here, look, the first actual report that happens on Nativo Resources RNS was actually on the 26th of September. So it's probably before that it was delisted, and they had to change everything and get reapproved onto the market. Hence, there was nothing happening. So you can see they've done placings here in October. I'm pretty sure they did one in was it in November or somewhere. Issue of equity here as well. Issuing of shares. So yeah, that's always like a possibility. But it's high possibility on the AIM market. But what we're interested in is the gold, right? So we can see they got a Tesoro gold mine. This is in Peru, and they've recently acquired a new one called the Morocota gold mine in the 6th of December as well. And they've been doing updates regularly. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 updates in December, which is nice. It's always important to keep your shareholders updated. So they're in Peru. These gold mines, they have a 50% joint venture JV with another company called Boku Resources. And the current stage they're on is that they're actually processing the gold right now. So they found gold in the mines, and they're looking to increase production and move on to selling, so they can start cash flow and getting some money in, because right now their aim is Q1 2025 or like early 2025 is to start making money, because funds are quite low at this company. So that's one thing to note as well. Cash flow in these very small cap companies is always an issue. So we can see some of the chats here. So look, this person, they mentioned working capital into Q2, and yeah, the people are just waiting to see what happens with the gold. Have they sold on it? With gold prices all-time highs, it's a good time to be selling gold. And obviously, if they've got 2 mines at the moment, the hope is that they're able to mine a lot of gold and bring it to ground and get it sold, and they just have that constant cash flow coming in, and then they can slowly grow, acquire more gold mines, and just continue like that. So that's a bit about Native Resources, about the projects they're in. So they're in 2 at the moment, mining gold in Peru. Expecting news in January, because as mentioned in this last update here, you can see next look, as it brings the next blocks into production, increases production accordingly. And yeah, we can see what the CEO stated. He only said 2 lines, that they're happy with the mine performance and our first production, maiden being first production, which is recovering very high grades. The focus on grade ahead of volume is key to maximizing operating profits at the mine. So it's all about making money here for Nativo Resources, because at the end of the day, look at this, guys. The market cap here is only 1.32 million. It's one of the smallest market cap companies you can find on the AIM stock market. And yeah, 1.32 million, huge upside, right? But there's also the downside. Like you can see here, if you on the 5 year chart, well, I mean, let's ignore the 5 year because I'm not sure what happened here. This is probably when they were eco energy. But yeah, 1.32 million, right? And you just got to think and do your research, obviously. Do you think this company, with new management, a new market into gold, can it really develop and acquire more gold mines? Can it start making production? Can it start selling gold? Because once that cash flow starts coming in and it's steady, right, and they don't need to resort to issuing more shares, because that's another thing to note, right? This company has about 60 billion, I believe, 61 billion shares in issue. So there is a lot of shares on the market. So management might need to buy shares or just reduce the number of shares in issue as well, because that's quite a big number as well. But the main thing is, before making one of these decisions, is to really invest. Before you invest, is to really research and look into the company to think, do you think a company that's currently has a market cap of 1.32 million, it currently has 2 gold mines operating and they're recovering gold from it. They haven't sold yet anything because they're waiting for that to happen, like hopefully this month and the month after. And then, can they sustain that? Can they sustain the cash flow? Can they start slowly? Maybe there's other mines that can be mined in the same area. Can they do that? Find even more gold and then continue selling, and then just continue that process until they're able to have the funds to acquire another mine without doing a placing. That's all the factors you need to think about before investing. But for a high risk, high reward share, definitely Nativo Resources here at 1.32 million market cap only. Tiny, very, very small. And news is expected for January. Like, they're due to give an update. Obviously, as mentioned, they're not making any cash at the moment, so cash may be running low. So that's why it's very important. This company here, they released some news in January stating that maybe they've started selling, maybe they've started getting some cash flow in to shore up the market, because potentially why the share price has not risen in the last month. I mean, it did rise a lot on Friday. But why it hasn't risen is, there's obviously the fear of a further placing, especially if a company's not making any money, because the only way they can progress is by, diluting existing shareholders more by offering new shares in the market for a lower price. So yeah, this has been a bit about Nativo Resources. If you guys have invested in Nativo already, let me know in the comments what your share price predictions are. For this one, very high risk, high reward. Imagine you put like £100 into this and it gets to 0.01. You literally make 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You make £500 from your £100. But obviously, with AIM, there's always the high risk. But I think what Nativo have got going on at the moment, it looks promising. But obviously, we can't make any definite affirmations as of yet until we start seeing that money rolling from the gold sales. And we need to see how their new mine goes as well. So, for example, this Morocata company delay for capitalizing this, meaning So we're waiting for this one. Look, Nativo agreed to acquire directly 100% interest in the Morocata gold mine proximal to the Tesoro gold concession. Production for Morocata is anticipated to commence by the end of Q1 2025. Longer term, the company plans to establish its own gold ore processing plant to retain a higher margin from production at its mines. So they're looking to start getting gold from this plant here as well by the end of Q1 2025. So that's more news expected. But obviously with AIM, there can be delays. So do factor that in before investing. But inshallah, they're able to start commencing production from this mine as well, and then they'll have the other mine as well. So things are looking positive, but we just got to see how things go. As mentioned earlier in the video, if you're interested in investing in Nativo Resources, you can invest in this company using Freetrade. Use my sign up link and you can get some free shares as well. So I think that's about it. we'll keep an eye on the stocks. I'll make more videos around this. I think the next video I'm going to make is my top hydrogen stock pick for 2025. So yeah, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It helps. And yeah, let me know what your comments are, or thoughts are on this company, and whether whether you think it's a worthy investment for the short term and the long term. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And peace.